Hey folks, it's Jason here, and I have a quick tip for refining your composition in wildlife photography. So this is for people who have a little bit of trouble getting their compositions just right in the field. And it's a fairly high-level thing. It's to give yourself a goal or a prompt when you go out and shoot. So not to shoot randomly, not to go out and just shoot randomly, but to actually go out and give yourself some kind of very specific goal. I'll give you two examples. Today, I was out in a field, it was just beyond there, and I was going out to do macro photography, but it wasn't just any kind of macro photography. I wanted to specifically take pictures of the centers of these white flowers. Yeah, I saw some pretty cool white flowers just growing in the fields. They're all over this mountain here. And I thought their centers looked nice. They had some nice geometric patterns. So I thought I would give myself the goal to just photograph just the center of those flowers. And if you focus on a very specific goal like that, you're going to begin to notice things about your subject. For example, after photographing a few of these flowers, I started to notice that the flowers had these little protrusions. I'm not sure what they were, but they kind of interfered with my composition, and I didn't really notice those at first. But after taking a few shots, I kind of started to notice them. So that goal allowed me to focus on those very specific things without being distracted by, say, insects or other things that might look cool with macro photography, but still might have distracted me from my goal, because I wanted to take a really good shot of the center of that flower. And the process really allowed me to refine my compositions in the field. Another example, I was out just the other day, I found this really cool pond full of red-winged blackbirds. Red-winged blackbirds are some of my favorite birds. I might have said that before, but they're really nice because there are usually many in an area. They like to hang around these reeds and ponds, and they build their nests there. And I gave myself the goal, again, a prompt: photograph red-winged blackbirds, observe them, and I began to notice patterns in their behavior that allowed me to predict which branches, which reeds they would land on. And I think that really helped me get some new compositions of them. If you go out with a prompt, it could be a multi-day project, 3 days to go out and photograph red-winged blackbirds, something like that. Because over time, you'll be noticing more and more things, and that will help you refine your compositions, notice what you don't like, and when you go back and edit those photos, you'll see, oh yeah, there are some distractions I didn't notice, so I'll be more careful next time to avoid those distractions. So I got a few new photos of red-winged blackbirds there that I liked, and there were actually ducks, there were mallards, they were flying over too, and I probably could have gotten some interesting flight shots of those mallards, but I didn't take any shots of them because I wanted to focus on the red-winged blackbirds. And if I had focused on the mallards, maybe I would have gotten an okay flight shot of some of them, but I probably would have gotten a little distracted, and maybe I would have missed some of the nicer shots I got of the red-winged blackbirds. So I really like the idea of going out and having a focused idea in mind. And I think I always kind of do that. When I go out, I think maybe, oh, one day I'll take pictures of lapwings. Some days I like to go out and take pictures of lapwings. And other days I might think, oh, I want the perfect portrait of a common gallinule or something. Just all of those types of things. The idea is strong in my mind, and it's important sometimes, especially if you get distracted like I do, to focus carefully on those objectives so you don't get lost taking photographs of things that, well, might distract you from your objective and distract you from the process of refining in your mind the compositions you get. That doesn't mean you always have to have an objective when going out to photograph stuff. Sometimes you just want to photograph random stuff, I think, but it's sometimes nice to just go out and take pictures of whatever, right? Just to experiment with new ideas. But if you find an opportunity, like a lot of birds of one species, a certain huge field of flowers, even a field of dandelions or something, go out there and have yourself the objective of just getting the best or the most new and interesting or most unusual photo of a dandelion, or the most new and most unusual photo of a flower that you've gotten so far, or maybe it's a bird or something. And then that will really help you elevate your compositions to the next level. So I hope you enjoyed this little tip on wildlife photography. I'll see you again next time.